All right, here we go with the May 24th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. A lot to cover in today's edition of the video. Let's look back at yesterday. Very, very warm and muggy conditions. Even hit 90 yesterday in Fayetteville. It was mid and upper 80s across the Triad viewing area. Very sticky conditions. Charlotte viewing area, again through the foothills and the Piedmont, mid and upper 80s with some 70s in the high country. This morning, there's a look at Wake Forest as we approach sunrise this morning in Winston-Salem. A little bit of a weather change underway in parts of the region. Notice that northeast wind during the 5 a.m. hour in Winston-Salem at 13 miles per hour. Now there's the Charlotte Dowd YMCA camera. A few high clouds, pretty quiet this morning. Temperature at 69. Wind very light out of the north at 3 miles per hour. Not any big issues with fog, at least in widespread fashion for most of the region this morning. All right, now, there's a look at our temperatures. Still mild, still muggy, but we do have some changes underway. Now, let's go back to yesterday, first of all. This was the radar through the afternoon and then ending at midnight early this morning. Had these scattered, relatively slow-moving big areas of showers and thunderstorms. Hit and miss, it was about a 40 or 50% coverage, but the storms that did form really put down a lot of rain in some instances. Had some issues with flash flooding in a number of spots in southwestern Guilford County, including some motorists being stranded around High Point during the 9 o'clock hour. And about an hour later, same type of deal around Asheboro there in Randolph County. Had some thunderstorm rains, caused big problems, and stranded a couple motorists there about 10 o'clock. Now this morning, the radar is pretty quiet for most of the region. Now you get down into the southeastern parts of North Carolina, you saw these lingering showers and storms down that way as the cold fronts kind of pooled the moisture down in that region. But look what's happening here with our wind, this northerly flow of wind for a lot of us trying to bring in some drier air. Now we look at the setup for today. There's your northeasterly wind. And so for a lot of places here, Triad, Triangle region up into the Virginia, going to be a much lower humidity type of setup, but still the moisture kind of pooling in southern North Carolina. So the result here is going to be still some scattered thunderstorms. Davidson, Randolph, Davie, Montgomery counties, back through much of the Charlotte metro region and down into South Carolina. That's the future radar product for today. So here's what I'm going with for the coverage of rainfall. Triad, Triangle regions, very limited rain chances today. But again, the southern part of the Triad viewing area, scattered storms, and actually I think it's kind of an active afternoon around the Charlotte viewing area, at least the Charlotte metro part of the viewing area, and points west and south from there. High temperatures this afternoon look like that. Another warm day. But again, some of us less muggy today. Now we begin to kick those winds around to more of a southerly direction tomorrow, so we begin to bring back in the moisture. A few thunderstorms pop up Friday afternoon with highs that look like that. And then as we get into Saturday, back to some more active stuff with the scattered thunderstorms developing with high temperatures generally in the 80s outside of the mountains. And let me show you what's going on with the tropics here. All right, we continue to watch what's going on in the Caribbean Sea. All right, and that is where we have still some fairly disorganized thunderstorms there in the western parts of the Caribbean Sea. Trying to get better organized, but so far not having a ton of luck. Now we look here at the computer model tracks here. This will head to the north over the eastern Gulf of Mexico. And the National Hurricane Center is now going, as of early this morning, with a 70% chance that this becomes a classified tropical system as it moves into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Regardless of whether or not this becomes a classified system, there is a ton of moisture associated with this in the Caribbean Sea. So again, let me show you the what we call the precipitable water product here from the European computer model. And notice as we move forward in time that really moisture-rich setup moves into the Carolinas as we get deeper into the holiday weekend. So let me show you a few charts here. We'll start right there with the European model, and this is going to be valid Thursday evening. And I just want to show you, first of all, this evening, there's your coverage of scattered thunderstorms. Now we go out in time. This is that tropical low southeast of the mouth of the Mississippi River Sunday evening. Notice again on the European, on the Sunday time period, we kind of avoid a lot of widespread rain on Sunday, I guess, again on that model, but then we get into the heavier stuff as we get into Sunday night and Monday. Now on the GFS, it's a different scenario. This is right there, that's Sunday morning. Notice the low pressure a little further to the east, and then as we get into Sunday afternoon and evening, boy, there you go, that's a slug of deep tropical moisture moving in, and really the Canadian is pretty similar. That's Sunday night into Monday morning on the Canadian. So I think anywhere from late Sunday night into Memorial Day on Monday. Very good chances for rain and storms. I know we have the big, of course, Coca-Cola 600 coming up Sunday evening, and it's going to be a timing deal. If we get something more like the European timing, we may eke out most of the race okay. But if the GFS and the Canadian are right, it's a washout. At least widespread areas of rain and storms, and we'll see. And it's just going to be one of those deals where we have to see how this low pressure develops and exactly where it tracks over the next several days. All right, that is it for the latest edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.